Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Verbal, and today I don't even know how to introduce everyone we've got on the call, but there's a shit ton of people in FNG today, and TryHard and I have TryHardNinja as our guest host while Larry's out of the country and out in whatever he's doing. So we have AskACapper, we have Nick Wilson from Hydromodz, and we have Kpopp from Kpopp, I guess. And TryHard, do you want to ask the question, or do you want me to jump in and ask this Larry question that we usually come up with?
I'll go ahead because Kelly's going to drop the call. You might want to call her again. The question is submitted by Larry Legend, who of course is the old, well, he's still the kind of host, whatever. His question is, to all you guys, if you could sleep with one person of the same sex, who would it be and why?
Don Draper.
Wait, who?
Don Draper from Mad Men.
I gotta Google that. Hold on.
Wait, you don't know who Don Draper is? Seriously?
I probably know his face. I just probably don't know who he is. Don. Okay, why?
He's Don Draper. I mean, you could totally talk me out of my wheelchair, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
Not that I've thought about that at all, but if you watch Mad Men, you'll understand.
I'm not a big Mad Men fan, but let me look at this guy.
Guys, it's not like I thought about that for a while, just so that, you know. Just
yeah.
Wait, I'm totally with Chuck here. Like, Don Draper is fucking hot. Not only that, but he is smooth. Like, that guy can talk.
Yeah, I mean,
you're a little bit too into this question.
A little bit, yeah. But hey, it's our question. You have to, or they have to answer, I should say.
I feel this answer is going to be best when Kelly answers it. I'm just saying.
What are we talking about? I wasn't even here.
Sorry, dude. So
yeah, okay, so the question was, it's by Larry Legend. He said, if you could sleep with one person of the same sex, who would it be and why? So far, Chuck has answered Don Draper. I want to keep you for last, Kelly. So we're going to go with Nick right now. Nick.
If I had to pick one person of the same sex, over and above Mark, Juicy, my lover.
Oh, that's weird, because like you know him personally. That's a little weird.
I would go. I would pick George St. Pierre.
Oh, dude from Quebec. Yes, I love you now.
Dude, GSP, he's one sexy man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All homo on that one too.
People know who GSP is, right?
I have no idea who GSP is. Help me out here.
He's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, he's like the lightweight, heavyweight champion.
Oh, cool.
Of UFC, and he is a sexy beast of a man.
Apparently, he's like pound for pound, like the best MMA fighter in the world.
Yeah, he's a
hopefully
shit.
Hopefully I was pun intended.
Wait, what?
Pound for pound, really?
Pound for pound, right? He knows how to do it.
Oh,
Pound it in
okay.
there. Come on, TryHard.
My God, okay. This is gonna go nowhere because we have 6 guys who can figure out all these puns and that's what she said and all that bullshit. So I mean,
at least we got Kelly keeping us honest here. I feel like that's a good start here.
I'm not very honest myself.
Yeah, if Kelly's the referee, we're all fucked.
Oh my God.
All right, so Kelly, who would you fuck and why?
Angelina Jolie when she was fucking crazy.
Score!
Like before all the kids. Just because I feel like it'd be such an interesting experience.
I love FNG. This is the best podcast.
I know, I'm totally turned on right now. That was fucking sexy as shit.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Wow.
That's fast.
Yeah, good job.
Chuck is the man, doesn't fuck around.
I was gonna say 30 seconds, but sure. Wait, that's not the right thing to say, right? Shit.
Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure she's still fucked up though. Hasn't she like done something recently that... No? Am I wrong?
I don't think she just gets kids now from all over.
She collects them like
and she
little
has
magic
Brad
cards.
Pitt. Yeah.
She
I liked her when she
map.
like wore blood around her neck and was with Billy Bob Thornton. I don't agree with the making out with her brother thing, but whatever.
She has like a map in her room and she like crosses one out every time she adopts a kid from that place. So she's looking into, adopting from all over.
She can adopt me. I mean,
yeah, I could do that.
Then I could have everything in the world I want.
Yeah, between her and Brad Pitt.
Is crazy like a good feature? Like, so you're like big breasts, nice ass, crazy, like nice hair. Is that like what about crazy?
She has big lips.
What about Crazy Britney?
I feel like she'd be nice to kiss.
Oh my God, I'm so turned on.
I'm getting too many visuals right now.
Yep.
Capper
Not Crazy Britney.
Podcast.
Crazy Britney? No.
No?
That's a different. That's like a. That's
You
a
don't like the
different
shaved
kind
head?
of crazy.
Yeah, like I have a hard time understanding Crazy Britney, but you can definitely see that. Wait, I lost the name of the
train
other
of thought because you were thinking about Kelly.
Yes,
kissing.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh
of
my
course you did.
god.
So here's the thing. I'm thinking like crazy Angelina in bed sounds fucking amazing. But that moment that it comes out of bed, like when you're exhausted and hungry and she has to put on makeup or like answer the delivery boy with the pizza and she goes crazy in those situations, not cool. Not cool.
Well, it was who you would sleep with, not who you're gonna have breakfast with.
Good
So what-
point.
Touche.
So why does it matter?
I like
I
the way
swear
your
to
mind
God.
works.
She'd probably be a fucking wild one in bed. See, Crazy Britney would probably just be fucking, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't see her as this, wild one. I think she just puts on this, image of herself. I don't know.
So you,
Yeah, I
so
think
that-
Angelina more hardcore.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, Britney
Alright.
who? Which Britney are we talking about here?
Britney Spears.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she had her moment 10 years ago.
Like, she was literally, I think, crazy though.
She was Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
She was worse. She like
Oh.
shaved her head, took an umbrella, started beating an SUV. That's not normal. Like if you're gonna have sex with her, she's gonna take out an umbrella and just start beating you.
that sounds
That
like
might be
Tiger
fun,
Woods'
though.
wife.
Okay, I'm in on that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
it'll be fun until she hits you in the balls.
she did
with
make
an
out-
umbrella.
I don't know. Pain is pleasure sometimes.
I'm kind of with Nick here. I'm like, that
Oh.
could be, there's a certain threshold there, but I'm down.
What's the safe word? That's all I need to know.
Watermelon.
Oh,
Watermelon.
Yeah, but
Wow.
see, she's so crazy. She's not gonna take into consideration any safe words.
Madonna.
No, she just looks like a mean, ugly old bitch at this point. Like, no way.
She's
No,
like
I'm
a
saying
man at
Ma-
this point.
No, I'm saying Madonna would be the safe word.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Uh,
Okay, so I feel like we've talked about sex and kissing women for too short a time, but I guess we should probably move on. I mean, not that I want to, but we probably should, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
All right, so I feel like there's been a lot of new games out in the marketplace, and I kind of wanted to have your guys' opinions on not any one of them, and I know that like Homefront and Crisis 2 are kind of center of attention right now, and maybe a little bit of Duke Nukem, considering it just got in the news for, eventually being delayed yet again for the 100 billionth time. But what are your guys' thoughts on Homefront, on Crisis 2, on new games in general? Like, how do you feel? Are they taking your attention away from COD, or what do you guys think?
I think I don't have any money to buy them. No, I was trying to figure out if I would buy Homefront or Crisis 2, and so I asked everyone's opinion, and I don't know. Crisis 2 just doesn't seem like my type of game, but that's what everyone said, and that Homefront just has so many issues that really no point in buying it because people are going to be done with it within like 2 months at most.
Yeah, I've heard like a couple of weeks with Homefront, to be honest.
I don't know.
Like,
Homefront, I couldn't even get in a game.
oh yeah, dude, lobby front for days.
I sat there I put it in and sat here for about 45 minutes, never got in a game, and I was like, all right, whatever. I just took it out.
Nick,
I
didn't
put
you
it
buy
back.
like 5 copies of that game?
6 copies, actually. 'cause I had
You
them-
bought 6 copies of one game. Wait, what?
Yeah, well, I had to give them away.
Yeah,
That's-
Speaking of giveaways,
Your fans are loving you. They're like,
Oh,
"Thanks,
yeah.
man."
You need to sub to Nick Wilson. He's the most generous dude on earth, but not only for that, he does some great stuff. He's apparently the best CTF runner in all of YouTube.
wow.
that's all I do.
wow.
Run. I like to run.
Have you tried? It's not capture the flag on Crisis, but it's capture the.
Believe it or not, I was just in a game right when you guys called me, my first ever CTR. And I had just gotten the what's it called? Capture the
relay.
yeah, the capture the relay. I just grabbed the relay, and you guys called me. I was like, gotta go. Boom, Xbox off. So that was
Wait,
about
what-
as far as I got. As far as I got with that one.
Talking about exactly that, did anyone hear the news this week? I think Tino's like either tweeted it to us or shot it in the Skype chat. But Duke Nukem is going to have a version of Capture the Flag where you capture the bitch. I guess you capture the woman and then she screams as you're rescuing her or something.
That's pretty funny.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Or
I have no idea.
At the end, do you rape
Heard
her?
that.
Oh my god.
Why is that the first thing that comes to
You
mind?
capture the bitch and then rape her.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But do you rape her?
No,
Smack her
it's
is
like
cool, but is there rapage?
Well, it just seems like, why are you capturing her? You're not going to rape her? What are you capturing her for?
I think
Well,
you're
no.
rescuing her.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh,
So it's the
so it's
whole.
consensual sex?
I'm not sure if there was any
backhanded
sex
butt.
in there. I think Kelly brought in the sex.
Yeah, seriously, Kelly, come on.
If it's
Dirty
like a
mutt.
team of guys and you're taking a chick, like I feel like it's gonna be a gangbang.
Yeah, it was like a team
Wow.
of guys. Went from one guy now to a whole team.
Damn.
Well, are you gonna play the like? Is it a multiplayer game? Or
Yeah,
do you
well,
play
so the whole
yourself?
point of Duke Nukem is that the aliens are coming to implant their seeds in our women and then breed like an alien army to take over our world. And Duke Nukem's there to save the girl. So that's why, like, if you ever play any Duke Nukem, you're saving the girl. It's always like a half-naked chick in a corner you're saving.
All right, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to get her pregnant first, and then
They
No.
can't.
exactly.
Nice.
I like the way you guys think.
I don't know. I kind of want to have sex with the aliens though.
You guys do
Wait, really?
realize that
Wait,
we
wait.
started talking about capture the flag and we ended up about fucking
Having
banging
sex with
women.
aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Kelly's fault.
Yeah, I think it was my fault. Well, no, it's not my fault. It's Verbal's fault for talking about chicks.
Oh,
What?
forget.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, just fucking blame it on verbal.
All my
That's-
fault, obviously.
We're gamer guys. We can't talk about girls. That's right.
You talked about like capturing a chick, and then
Boo.
No, it's all right. They're
Yeah.
virtual.
that
girls.
obviously leads to rape.
Oh.
Boobs.
Every chick I've ever captured got raped. Come on.
Get in the van. I have candy. Let's go.
My God.
Oh, can I talk about the best T-shirt I ever saw? I saw it this weekend, and some kid. It's like a black T-shirt. It's got really tiny white writing across his chest, and I got all the way up to this guy, and I was like, "What the fuck does your T-shirt says?" And it's like, "I take candy from strangers."
Nice.
Yeah. That was nasty.
Kind of a scary. Like, was the guy huge?
No, he was kind of medium sized, which like he was laughing as I read it, and I'm like, "That's weird and freaky," and now you're laughing at me, and I don't want any of your candy.
Can I mention something about Duke Nukem?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think what I've been hearing, like, and I like hearing people talk about, is what has happened since they. The biggest thing I'm sad about is that it's actually coming out. I like the fact that it was Duke Nukem Forever and it was never going to come out. So, but what's happened since they started it 10 years ago in your like life and with the world?
You
has
have the
come
link
and
to that,
gone.
don't you?
What's that?
You have the link to that. This was on Reddit, like over the last like 4 or 5 years. There's been a link to this exact topic. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know it.
So it's literally like a list of different things. Like Duke Nukem Forever got announced in like, I don't know, 99 or 2000 or something. And here's a list of all the shit that happened since Duke Nukem came out. Like the COD series started and has gone through 7 or 8 iterations now or whatever we're on. Like that type of, like the World Trade Center got attacked and, you know, this country got formed and, you know, this language died out and this new species got evolved and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Why
That's
do I
Duke
feel?
Nukem.
Oh, go ahead, Chuck.
I was going to say, yeah, Lord of the Rings was filmed, completed, like that whole, like, it's just, that's Duke Nukem Forever.
I just feel like I'm gonna be disappointed with Duke Nukem. Everybody is putting so much emphasis on that game coming out. They've put so many years working on it. Whatever.
That's what keeps happening with every game. That's why no one's happy with any of these games, because every time a new game is about to come out, we're like, oh yes, it's gonna be so amazing, and it's not.
You're not happy with any game right now, at all?
Can I say that? I want to say that, mention on the home front
Black Ops is
aspect.
fine for me. I don't know. No one else seems to care about it though.
Yeah, I love Black Ops. Homefront looks fun to me. Like, I've been watching NASA 1 play it, and I mean, of course, watching it and playing it, but to me, the mechanic, if it had aim down sight lock, which I'm on their forum trying to get them to actually like add that, I would totally play that. It looks totally fun to me. So,
Yeah, that game looks fun to me too.
I've
Front.
played a bit of Homefront for like a few days before Crisis 2 came out, and I've been playing that ever since. But well, if you guys played Battlefield, it feels a lot like that. How you know the slow gameplay is sometimes, and I'm not like I don't want to rip into like Homefront. It's an enjoyable game, but for some reason I just find it slower than Crisis. Even though Crisis has the stealth and like the camping people who just sit there with invisibility, but for some reason it just feels so slow. Like the games last like 15, 20 minutes. I posted one game, I had to edit it out, and it still was 15 minutes long. And I don't know, just not for me, I guess.
okay, send me your copy.
The reason
Slow
you know what it
paced?
is, like anything, I guess maybe I'm spoiled with Call of Duty, but anything that lasts like if a match lasts over 30 minutes, like I completely lose interest. Like I mean, it's just I can't do it.
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
why I
Call of
don't
Duty
like
has spoiled us there.
Battlefield.
Wait, go ahead, Kelly.
That's why I don't really like Battlefield. It would take so long.
Yeah, I mean, like, these games that last 15, 20, 30 minutes, they're like a time investment. Like, just to level up takes fucking, like, weeks and weeks. And, like, if you sit down for one weekend and truly put yourself to it on Double XP weekend in Black Ops, you can go through a full Prestige if you really put yourself to it and you're hardcore. In Homefront, forget about it. You're like, unless you're NASA 1, and he's an exception. He's a fucking monster at that game. But if you're like an average player, like, just trying to get good scores in that game are they're not hard, but they're so long, and the gameplay's not enjoyable. Because you know how you can run into like this group of people in Black Ops, just mow them all down. Well, with Homefront and Crisis, you find yourself reloading every time you kill somebody just because it takes so much time to kill them. Like in Crisis 2, they have armor now, and it takes even more time to kill them. I don't know. It just makes for bad in entertainment, at least for YouTube.
You know what it is? Yeah, I mean, it is for YouTube, but like you said, I mean, we're primarily Call of Duty, players, so... I mean, I could totally see how the opposite would be true, how people would like that long, strategic, team-based, like, okay, now I'm playing a game, and I'm gonna be playing it for the next, like, 30 minutes, and it's gonna be one match. Like, I could see, getting into that, but I mean, personally, and I think that's the case for most of us, I mean, I guess we just don't like that style of gameplay. I mean, it's not bad, but it is different.
So there are no modes that are shorter. Like, I mean, if you're playing a domination, I can see it being 15 minutes, but there are no quick modes.
There's a team deathmatch. Well, kind of a team deathmatch variant. For Crisis, they have what's called team instant action, which is basically just team deathmatch. It's the first team to 50 kills, I think it is, and it's probably longer than your average domination game in Black Ops, just because I guess the maps are bigger. And like I said, it takes so long to kill people, so a lot of people just run away and like reheal. It's almost Halo-esque in my opinion.
That's another thing though, like just what TryHardNinja was saying, how we are primarily Call of Duty commentators. It can be really hard to commentate something that's like, 20 minutes. Like, I know, I've had some long commentaries, and it just kind of gets, like, dry after a while. You're just trying to think of things to say. Meanwhile, if you're just playing Call of Duty, you have a quick 5-minute match. It's so much easier to get through and make enjoyable.
True.
I mean, honestly, like, one of the... I don't know if any of you guys are in commentator March Madness, but literally one of the rules that they set up for that whole entire tournament was the videos actually have to be less than 7 minutes long. Because people will admit people don't want to sit through 11-minute videos. I mean, it's just a fact.
It's too much.
I don't.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Nick? What do you think?
I don't know, like the whole thing with Crisis 2 and Homefront, especially with like you guys talking about being Call of Duty game players and commentators. It's kind of one of those things. Is I get bored with Call of Duty just because I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm so good, but usually when I play with a team, it seems like it's just the same thing over and over and over again. It gets so repetitive, and if I play Call of Duty so much all day long, like when a new game comes out like Crisis, I put it in last night. It was the first night I played it, and I got I played five or six games of it, and it's like, okay, no, I'm not mowing through games, and things aren't going, in 4 or 5 minutes like they normally do on Black Ops. But at least to me, it's like, okay, this is something a little bit different. This is something that now I can work on getting better. Like I tweeted earlier today, and I was like, all these videos everyone's posting up about Homefront and Crisis, and they're just talking about how much they hate it and how bad of a game it is and how shitty it is and it's not what they wanted, and all the designers and engineers need to go back to school to learn how to make a game, and they're all stupid. But the thing is all these game designers have to make a game to make everybody happy with everything, and moving forward to say, okay, you want to have games that are 2 minutes long, or do you want to have games that are 20 minutes long? I guess that the whole thing is attention span is one major thing. Most of the games that I've been playing on Crisis are anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes long. I mean, that's what my longest game I have on Crisis 2 right now is 8-minute team instant action. So the games on Homefront that I have played are really long games as well, and that does get kind of boring. Homefront to me isn't necessarily a game that I'll continue playing. I mean, I played a few games of it, but I'm not going to continue playing and moving forward on it just because I think that game is, to me, is just a little bit too slow. I do like the faster paced games, and that's why I always go back to the Call of Duty franchise, because the Call of Duty franchise does have that fast paced gameplay to where you and a bunch of friends can come in, mow through a bunch of people, mow down, 20, 30 games in, 2 hours or so at a time, and you level up quick and you move on down the road. I don't think Crysis 2 is going to be like that. Homefront's definitely not like that. But so far with like Crysis 2, I'm enjoying it. I played it a little bit this morning, and I played it last night, and I was having a good time with it so far. So it's definitely a little different of a game. It's just like I said earlier on Twitter was, when I first played Call of Duty 2 when it first came out, I mean, I raged so hard because I was so bad at it, and I was getting, sniped everywhere. Every time I turned around, I was getting sniped and killing, couldn't get a gameplay for my life, quote unquote, if I was worrying about getting gameplay to post on YouTube. But then I just went back to it and went back to it and back to it, and I was like, man, now I'm starting to love this game. And I think a lot of the thing would be if just people opened up enough to say, okay, I'm going to put a quarter of the amount of time that I put into Call of Duty into any other game, they might actually just take it and say, okay, this might be a good game now.
Agree.
I think Nick brings up a really interesting point about different types of games and styles of games, and then attention span of our collective audience. Because, I mean, let's be honest, what we're doing here, and whether you're one of the FNGs, and I kind of don't mean Igor at this point, because, I mean, you're a lot further ahead in, sub count and views and blah, 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 which, right or wrong, make up the big people in our industry.
Okay.
But it's interesting to me. Like, I'd be really interested in all of your guys' opinion. What comes next for your YouTube channel? Like, where do you see yourself going? And is it more towards that shorter form content where maybe it's a little less than 8 minutes and it's really high impact gameplay, which you kind of tend to only get from COD? Because, I mean, let's be honest, COD is the fastest paced. You get in a game of One in the Chamber, that game's done in 3 minutes. Tops. So what do you guys feel? What do you think?
Can I weigh in here?
Yeah, jump in there, man.
My thought on it is that it's my channel, and I want to sort of do whatever I'm going to do, and that's kind of how I've always wanted to make this, so I enjoy doing it. So it's not like, oh, I got to do this. But shorter gameplays, I've noticed as I watch people's channels, their shorter gameplays get a lot more views than their longer ones. But I don't even actually really a lot of times watch gameplay footage when I just listen to people. Like, I'll listen to NASA 1, just listening to them go off and stuff, and that's funny to me. And I'm not even watching the gameplay, but I'm just sort of like in the background doing some other stuff and listening to them talk. So I think that for me, I like listening to, if somebody can talk for 10 minutes, 12 minutes on a gameplay, and they have something to say that's going to keep me interested, which, just talking about stuff, I'm cool with longer gameplays, but I think shorter ones definitely suit the community more. That's my thought.
I don't like speeding up my gameplay. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I like being in a chopper, and if I have a beastly chopper, I like showing it off. I like watching it. I feel bad. Like, I feel bad when I have to speed up my gameplay like I have to do for March Madness. Like, I don't like doing it. If I have, 11 minutes to talk about something, I'm going to take 11 minutes to talk about something. If my audience doesn't want to sit through the whole 11 minutes, I mean, it's their loss. Honestly, I'm not going to change it in terms of statistics or in terms of what I think people want to see. If I have a 10-minute video, I'm going to put it up. If I have a 4-minute video, I'm going to put it up. I don't, honestly.
So for you, it's more about, like, this is my good content, this is what I want to do, and
yep.
You guys are missing out if you miss that.
100%.
I like that.
So to answer your question, Lars, 'cause I think we may be straying a bit away from the actual question where our whole channels are going at this point. For me, I'm trying to switch it up because I think I've come to the whole conclusion that regular commentaries just aren't enough. If you look at everybody in here, they all do something special right now. Chuck does his whole his whole comedy stuff. He'll post himself how he plays. People are really curious to see how he plays the game. Nick does his whole flag running stuff. He'll post some over the top routes, show you how to run capture the flag in Black Ops, and hopefully in other games as well. And TryHardNinja, well, he does his singing and everything. Kelly does her webcam stuff where she shows herself her own reactions during the game. And
in the same T-shirt every night.
No. She actually changed.
It's the only T-shirt I own. Damn it.
No, but like
I love that they give you shit for that. Sorry, TryHard.
That's all right. the point I'm trying to bring is that everybody here has a successful YouTube channel for the reason that they bring something different to the whole community. They don't just do normal commentaries. I mean, we all do like the normal commentary every once in a while, but we all have to try to switch it up, which is why I'm trying to bring something different right now. I'm working on something special that I don't want to give away, but I think that's where every YouTuber has to find his own niche. You know, the ones that are the most successful ones are the ones that find something that nobody has ever done, find something special, and you know they're great at it, which is why everybody in this Skype call right now has had success. You know.
You know what it is? I'm a big believer in people being special just by being who they are as well. So I as much as I agree with you that you kind of have to step up your game, I also really do believe that if someone just has a really funny personality, not necessarily that they're doing comedy or stand-up, anything like that, if they just have a personality and they get enough people to their channel, they could also be successful. So I don't think even today where everyone's trying to do something a little bit different to stand out, I do think it helps a lot, but I also don't necessarily think that you need to make parodies in order to have a succful channel. Like,
do you think you'd have the success you have though if you didn't do parodies?
Oh no, of course not. Actually, I probably wouldn't have just hit 50,000 subscribers.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm still pretty confident that my videos would have still gotten me a pretty decent sized channel with or without the parodies.
Nick, I'd be interested to hear what your point of view on this is, considering what TryHardNinja was just saying.
Well, I definitely agree with TryHardNinja. The fact of you don't necessarily. I see some videos where you can definitely tell people are trying to be so different that you're just kind of like, what the hell am I watching right now? And and then you have the guys that are just. I mean, just like you guys were saying earlier. I mean, there's definitely times where I'll open a video and I'm not even necessarily watching the gameplay because I just want to listen to whoever I'm watching at that time, just hear what they have to say because I like whether it's I like the way they talk or what they're talking about or things of that nature. So I guess it really doesn't. I mean, the different thing is nice because it gives you. I mean, like I think I'm subscribed to like 185 different people on YouTube right now. So when I get on YouTube and I'm like, yeah, exactly. So you get on there and I watch five Call of Duty videos and it's everybody's talking about the same thing. I'm like, open it up, listen for a minute, turn it off. Open it up, listen for a minute, turn it off, go to the next one, whatever else. And then what I've done is kind of like say, all right, I try to find somebody that it's kind of like what I like. I want to watch people play the game kind of the way I play the game, so I can try to. Like when I first got into YouTube, I wanted to better my gameplay. I was like, okay, if I can watch people that are better than me, obviously that might help me out. And then from there, I've gone into just saying, you grow kind of a relationship to the commentator or whatever else just by watching the video and hearing about their life and whatever else. So as far as being super different to try to get noticed it definitely helps out a lot. That's for sure, especially if you're doing things where you're not just posting a gameplay that is just a standard gameplay of you watch me play free for all and I'm going to die 12 times and get 13 kills and I'm talking about my dog is laying next to me on the ground right now. He's a brown dog. I'm drinking some liquor right now. I like epic mealtime. This. I mean, that's not what people want to listen to. I mean, nobody wants to listen to that. That's why certain radio shows have better ratings than other radio shows, same with TV shows. It's all about trying to get something to where people want to listen to you. And if your personality is better, you don't necessarily have to mimic and go forward and try to, do a parody of whatever else if that's what people like to listen to.
Yeah, I kind of want to add to that. I think that if you have personality, and I mean truly, genuinely have personality, and you're confident with who you are, all that stuff that people look at as putting in extra work or extra, quote-unquote, extra special content, that's not content that you're sitting there like, oh my god, what am I going to do to try to stand out? You're going to make that stuff just naturally. That stuff is naturally going to come to you. Kind of like what you did with your setup video. It's just like, I hate all the setup videos that people pull up. So what can I do to try to shake it up a little bit? And you did something completely different. And that's not because you were sitting there for days going, oh my god, what am I going to do to stand out? It was just a thought that came to you and you just did it.
Yep, true. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so my 2 cents on this. I mean, I want to get onto another thing, which I think kind of melds in kind of nicely with this, and it's something that's going on right now in the community, which is the March Madness thing. But my other thought is that I think the only other sort of aspect that no one sort of touched on was where we are in the community from like a lifestyle or life process perspective. Our community was formed literally less than 2 years ago, 3 years ago at maximum. Like, you're talking COD 2, COD 4 days was when, Muzza Fuzza and XCal and those guys were just starting doing this. And to me, I see our community growing every single day. And I'm not saying that our community will last another 6 months and it's done, or another year and it's done, or 2 years, whatever. But there's an ever-expanding population of young kids and young adults and young people that want to play first-person shooters, see an avenue of content where YouTube is a content provider for them. To me, I just see it as those of us doing this right now have an ever-expanding pool of people that are interested in what we put out. So, if we're doing kind of what Nick was saying and kind of what TryHardNinja was saying in terms of doing something unique and being our own person, you maybe don't need to find that much of a niche. And I mean, I kind of still agree with where Chuck and Kelly and TryHard were coming from in terms of being unique is a really good helping hand to you. I think just being here is a humongous helping hand. Like, we're doing this, and we're at the beginning of people doing this, and I think that's a really big point, because I don't see this community going smaller. I see this community going much, much bigger over the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts. But
I agree with that. And just to point out, like, my voicemail that I have on my website, I've gotten 3 calls in the last week from people saying they're new to Call of Duty. So that's weird. I'm like, you're new to Call of Duty? Okay, I guess. Okay, that's cool. So it just shows that we definitely are that ever-expanding base of gameplays.
I couldn't agree more, Chuck. So, okay, so here's a thought. What do you guys feel about March Madness and this whole, commentator playoff thing that's going on? What's our thoughts on this, guys?
I feel like I'm going to get attacked by a bunch of Phantasmo fans. and it's I already did, and I think it's just going to, as soon as my video and his video goes up, I'm just going to get, automatically attacked. They're going to find out where I am and just stab me. So it was nice knowing you guys. Thanks for having me on, but I'll probably be dead next week, so yeah.
To be fair, you do have boobs.
It doesn't... the funny thing is, I talked to someone about this, and I was like, I could have made, a sex tape for my March Madness video. Just, put it over, Call of Duty gameplay.
Yes, please.
Because it has to be Call of Duty. And I would still get trolled by the Phantasmo fans.
Okay, so now, because you suggested it, I will accept nothing less.
That would take money.
That
called
worked out.
Really?
I called dibs on a dual commentary.
Oh my god.
A triple commentary.
So Kelly, is your video already done for March Madness? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, it's been done.
All right. Who else is in that? TryHardNinja. You ready?
The deadline was yesterday, 6 o'clock.
Oh shit, was it? See, I'm so not on top of this thing because I was not accepted. Sad face.
You know what? I think I really wish they would set it up a little differently. There is a little bit. There's definitely a little bit of confusion as to, the rules and the deadlines, and a lot of people, because you see the emails that get sent back and forth. And just as part of the general discussion, a lot of people are having trouble with the deadline, or a lot of trouble with the, submitting their videos in the right format and stuff like that. So, and also, I really, really, really wish that they would just tell us who the judges are.
Why?
It's a little...
Well, they can't. They can't do that.
Yeah, they're gonna get so much hate. The fucking trolls are just gonna...
You know what?
I mean,
I know who Simon Cowell is, and he gets a shitload of hate. So if you're gonna,
what if someone paid off the judges?
That's what you want someone paid off.
I mean, it's YouTube. It's not American Idol.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I just don't.
Can I say something?
What? Sorry?
I just wanted to say, I think it's cool. I like the idea that, this is the first time we're really seriously doing something like this. So I think that what he's doing is awesome, and it's good to get people out there. I'm in it. Quake Beats is up against me. if you guys could go to his channel and like leave a message saying forfeit for the handicap guy, that'd be really awesome. So it's Quake Beat Z. So go to Quake Beat's channel on YouTube right now if you could, and leave him a message saying forfeit. But I think it's good. I mean, all the things we're working out. This is our first year doing it. Next year probably will be a lot better and more refined. But I'm glad to be in it. I think my video, hopefully I didn't screw it up and I get into the second round. But
so I'm just curious because Nick, you're not in the March Madness, are you?
No, I'm not.
All right. So me and you can hold hands while we watch these videos. But
hey, me too, man.
oh yeah, Verbal as well. But
That's
to you
scary.
three, yeah, I know. But oh my God, to you three who have your videos already for the first round, are you guys trying to change it up from what you usually do, or are you guys trying to go back to what has already worked for your channel before?
I kind of did a skit just for the first, I think it's the first minute and a half of my video. I've done skits before on my own channel, but it's definitely something I had fun doing, and I probably will start doing it a lot more. But yeah, I just make fun of the Phantasmo fans. I mean, I don't make fun of them. I just kind of poke fun at what happened to me.
nice.
All right.
You guys know that Wings called me out, right?
Oh, really? In what way?
I
Tell me.
watched that. It was so fun.
Wings called me out in his sniping video. I don't know I guess it was from earlier in the week or last week. He said that he doesn't think that it's fair that people specifically TryHardNinja, and I'm the only one that he named that are allowed to submit parodies and stuff like that. And it's funny because I wasn't planning on really doing any parodies for a lot of maybe one or two at most if I go to the later levels. But my first video, the first thing that I thought of is, well, what gameplay do I have that I haven't put up yet that I'll be able to
that's short
commentate
enough.
over? Yeah, and it's weird because just going back to that whole, well, are you gonna do something different, or are you only gonna put up your best content or whatever it is? I mean, if you watch most of my videos take me a really long, even the regular commentaries, I always try to edit things into them. I always what I did for my first round was do a story time, and I already did a couple of those, on my channel. So I didn't really try to change anything up. It's just I think a lot of people are looking at it okay, well, gonna have to step up and do all of this crazy stuff in order to win. I'm like, but I kind of already do crazy stuff, and I already put effort into my regular video, so I'm just gonna make a regular video and put it up. And if you guys don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go all out and make 6 parodies in order to win the contest. That's
Wait. Does anyone else remember TryHardNinja's video on? I want to say it was on Afghan, and he talks. I forget exactly what he was talking about, but throughout the time frame of his video, he kept on getting more and more animated about whatever he was talking about, and at the end he overlaid some drums and some marching bands.
It was how to get a nuke.
How to get a nuke.
Yeah.
I've literally watched that video, I don't know, maybe 10, maybe 15 times. I honestly, beyond your vocals and stuff, I think that's one of the funniest fucking videos you've got, because it's I don't know, to me that's perfect.
Yeah, because a lot of people are so new to my channel. If you go through all of my commentaries after the third video that I have, if you go in my history, they will all have a ridiculous amount of production value. Ridiculous. And it's just something that I've always done. And I don't know why, I mean, obviously Wings isn't really familiar with my channel and what I do in general. But I could see how he would be okay, yeah, so this guy's going to make 6 parodies and probably win. But I'm not planning on doing that at all.
I know
No, your older videos are the best.
Yep, I agree. There's an in real life buddy of mine who subscribes to me because I know him in real life, but to him, he only cares about one YouTube person, and it's you. He subscribes to you because you put that much value, and he's like, the singing stuff is okay. He's not a big fan of your singing stuff. Mm-hmm. He likes the one Elton John thing you did, But apart from that, he's like, I mean, it's okay, it's great. It's like, obviously the guy can sing, but to him, it's the production value you do in your day-to-day videos. So he's like the exact opposite of what I feel like you're trying to get away from, which is like being hooked onto that I'm the guy that sings on YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see that. To me, it's interesting because I hang out with him all the time.
I'm trying to stay as far away from that as possible. Honestly, like I want my channel to be very, you know, I want it to have everything. I'm very adamant about that I want it to have everything and not just music, because
Well, you got one hardcore fan, that's for sure.
Thanks.
Can I throw in here? I just wanted to add. Yeah, I just wanted to add. The criteria for our videos was based on a video we submitted, so that's what the judges, they like something in our original videos. So of course, I think straying too far from it might be actually a detriment to your entry. I mean, I added some things I'd been thinking about adding in previous videos, but I didn't stray from my, you know, tried and true me talking about, you know, things that are going on in my life and answering voicemails. Could I have done a better job? Yeah, but am I worried about Quake Beats? Yes, but so drop by Quake Beats channel and tell them to forfeit, please. I love you guys. But I mean, I think the point is, like, you know, do what you love doing and be consistent. That's, you know, I think that with our YouTube channels, just be consistent, put out material you enjoy. Eventually, you're going to hook people that are like thinking like you, and I think that'll benefit you.
Hey,
you know
Chuck,
what
I got
it is like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Chuck, on the I know when you guys, I'm kind of getting off topic here. I was just thinking and looking over some other stuff. When you guys were at PAX and stuff with the petition and stuff for the remapping of the controllers and stuff, how's that going right now?
That's awesome. It's been great. Like seeing developers respond. Did you guys want to talk about this now, Verbal, or we can come back if you want to?
I don't know, Igor, did you have anything else to add there? I didn't want to...
Yeah. The reason that I didn't really want to enter March Madness, just to let you guys know, I almost wish that a lot of the, you know, the quote-unquote new guys, or whatever you want to call them, or the, you know, the channels with a lot less subscribers than, let's say, me, or even Kelly, or Mr. Phantasmo, or anything like, or Sam 5000. I swear, I really hope one of them does something and gets really, really far, because in my case, like, I checked out ASO Gamers, and that's the people that I'm going against in the first round, and I've been, just out of curiosity, I've been checking in on their channel. I've gotten over 2,000 subscribers since March Madness was announced, and his channel got 12. You know what I mean? So, like, I understand, like, I want to win. You know what I mean? Like, I'll put up a competition against whoever I go against, but I really think it's one of those smaller channels that's really going to benefit a lot more than let's say me winning, or, you know, or Dunkus winning or something like that. So
yeah, true.
I don't know.
All right, I really want to go where Nick went with the conversation, though, and talk about the custom button remapping, the Razer Onzo, which just came out, and I know at least a couple of people in this call actually have that, and what your guys' thoughts are on it. And then, you know, like Nick was saying, I'd be really interested to see, like, to me, like, PAX was the goal of your, you know, custom button mapping petition, and what happens now, buddy? So tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so PAX was a stage that I've always, like, when I'm talking to people about this, they're like, oh, PAX is going to be it. Like, you're going to talk to developers and they're all going to add remapping to every game that they've ever made. I'm like, not quite, but that's nice to think. But it was good. I talked to tons of developers, over 40, I think. I gave them all a packet containing your guys' thoughts on the petition, things I've clipped from people's comments, why remapping makes business sense, and I gave it to more than 40 developers. Said, we need it, disabled gamers need it because we want to be able to play your games, and able-bodied gamers want it because they want to be able to change layouts however they want. So that's how it went. I talked to them. I had awesome feedback. Most of them were really, really like, oh, I never thought of that. So that's great to hear. Like, oh, we didn't add it because we didn't realize we'd cut off a segment of our gaming population because of it. And so where it goes from here is keep signing the petition, keep passing the custom button remapping petition around, and hopefully PAX Prime, or at least I'm having some nice conversations with developers that I met there, so it's all helping. It's really good. I appreciate everybody helping. So
I got a question for those who have the Onza. Can you remap all the buttons on the Onza, or just the extra bumper buttons?
Am I the only one with the Onza, actually?
I don't have one.
All right, so I guess I'm the only one. To answer your question, no. The only thing that it has is 2 extra bumpers. So for you guys, just imagine yourself with with a 360 controller. There's a trigger and a bumper. It has another bumper on top of it, so it's higher up. And what's so funny, Kelly? You laughing at me?
Oh, no. I'm
All right.
laughing at my own thoughts.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. But anyway, so it's those
I feel like there's
two...
something dirty there that I'm missing.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to...
I want to figure out what it is, but I can't. Extra
That's-
bumper. Higher up bumper. Keep going, Seb.
Yeah. So anyways, so it's those 2 bumpers on top that you can remap to be anything you want. You guys may want to go check out Hutch's video about it. He shows it really, really well. So he remaps one to be knife and one to be jump. So you kind of have a bumper jumper layout with a kind of a tactical with your knife at the same time. The only problem with it is because everything's really, really tight about it. Like, it works fine. The buttons are really, really nice. The adjustable sticks are good. There's a small shape difference with it, which makes it, at least for me, hard to handle. It hurts my hand for some reason. And the second thing is, you would think that it would be really, really easy to just adjust yourself to, knifing with the bumpers on top. But the thing is, you're so used to using one finger for, a bumper and a trigger that now you almost have to use 2, and it's really a lot of muscle memory that you just have to focus on. And for some reason, it just did not work for me, and I couldn't adjust to it. I put about a week of hard work trying to get adjusted to it, but I kept on knifing the air and jumping for no apparent reason. Like, I was capping flags and knifing all the time, and I don't know. It was I gave up to the point where I just gave my controller away. So yeah.
It looks pretty though.
Remapping for the win.
Yeah, I'm with Chuck here.
But no,
remap instead.
See, it works, but you can only remap 2 buttons, and you can't remap them the way they're set up, Chuck. I'm pretty sure you would have a hard time to work with them because they're so small that I'm pretty sure it'd be impossible.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I've gotten so many emails, people saying, "Oh, check out this controller, you can remap." And I'm like, I did my research and realized it's only 2 buttons you can remap, and the fact that I can't really hold an Xbox controller anyway. But yeah, the thing being that full remapping in the software, in the game, so you can learn your layouts and how you like to play, I see that being the ultimate advantage and the best thing for all gamers.
I definitely think that the button remapping for anybody, whether disabled or not, is definitely a good idea. But Chuck, a question I want to ask you when I found out we were talking to you today is, have you ever talked to Evil Controllers? Because Evil Controllers has actually built, completely controllers that are basically cut in half to where they actually had a disabled veteran where he only could move his left hand up to his side, so he actually had half the controller in one hand and the other half of the controller in the other hand, and use that. Have you ever talked to Evil Controllers about doing controller? Because I know they already make controllers for disabled and handicapped people. Have you ever talked to them yet?
Yeah, me and Evil Controllers have sent some emails back and forth, and they're really cool. Someday when I become a successful YouTuber, then I'll have the most pimp controller, and I will own all you noobs.
I'm just gonna have this this.
Yeah. Just the price alone, when you talk about custom controllers, is they're $800 to $1,000+.
Wow,
are they really that expensive?
Damn.
Well, if I got them on 2 different, for myself, since I can only move certain parts of my arms and stuff, I'd need 2 separate sides to have the left analog on one side and the right on the other.
Yeah.
So we're talking a pretty. But the thing I always point out about custom controllers is it'd be great to have a game controller custom set up for Call of Duty, but if the game doesn't have remapping and I want to go in and play Need for Speed, probably might not be able to play it because my super awesome custom controller might be set up for Call of Duty, and without remapping, my $800,000, $2,000 controller is completely junk, which would
No
blow.
one's offered to make you one?
I've had not really per se make me one, but I think remapping is something that I'm I can play pretty decently as long as you give me remapping. I can play almost any game with my face.
You know what's funny? I always think about the fact that, let's say they do change Call of Duty and they give you complete button remapping. You're so used to playing a certain way already. Because I know when I try to switch from a tactical to a default, it messes me up. I have to get and you have to change your entire style of play. It'd be really funny if they actually did it and you were you know what? Not for me. I'm good.
I just want to aim down sight near my face on the right hand side of the controller instead of I have to jump all the way to L1 now to aim down
Okay,
sight.
so wait, I'm really curious, Chuck. What would you do if you could completely remap just your general Xbox controller?
I would have jump be L1 so that when I'm running on the left stick, I could jump over objects, or I could actually jump across a gap. Like if I'm playing on a map where there's a gap and I have to cross it, I'm so boned because I can jump up with the X button and then I have to try and push forward with the L analog and I fall in the ditch and it's a disaster.
So your left bumper would be jump?
Yep, and my aim down sight would be triangle or Y on an Xbox. So when I'm gunning on the right-hand side of the controller, I would hit triangle or Y with my lip and then aim down sight, whereas now I have to jump to L1 on PlayStation or left bumper.
Wait, I'm totally getting my Xbox controller right now. And
I'm that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
L1 is jump.
Imagine, like to aim down sight, I have to jump all the way to L1 or left bumper to aim down sight, and then I got to jump back to fire on R1 or whatever it is on Xbox. Right. So it's like it's moving. I'm moving around the controller a ton, and in a 1 second match, I'm done for.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If I get a triangle to aim down sight or Y at the aim down sight, I'd be right there and I'd be firing while I'm aiming down sight.
So aim down sight becomes Y, and then you're good with right trigger being shoot.
Yeah,
because you're so close to it.
Well, on PlayStation, shoot is R1, which is the top one instead of the bottom one on Xbox.
True, which makes it even easier. Yeah,
it's totally easier. Yeah.
By the way, Chuck is a bitch when it comes to shooting down air support. I love Chuck when you play games. Like seriously, I remember playing with him, and how many games did we play together? Like 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, something like that.
And like he's as annoyed about people that don't call out that they're taking down a spy plane as Larry is. Like he'll literally get pissed off at people and be like, I was looking for that. If you could just let me know that you're going to take out the spy plane or the counter spy plane, it would help a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, you're Larry of PlayStation. I love it.
Well, it just makes strategical sense. If somebody's aiming for it, why not tell them you are taking it out, and then the rest of your team isn't looking into the sky with rockets, which to me is completely. I think the best thing you can do too is also call out what the enemies are using for a loadout. Like if they're using Hacker Pro or Ghost.
Oh.
I think that's all key stuff that you need to let your team know.
Seriously, we need to get custom button remapping for you because you are one hell of a teammate. Like, I'm down, dude.
I'll shoot down air support all day long. I remember I was in a game with Kpopp and TryHardNinja, and he was trying to like call in like a chopper, and I was like, at the end of the match, he's like, they freaking shot my chopper down. I was like, well, at least they shot down air support. I'm like, that's cool. I was being so positive, and he was probably like,
you're like congratulating the other team.
I was like, I thought that was cool. I mean, like, you shoot down air support. That's what you should do. I mean, I support anybody who's shooting down air support.
Chuck, you're right.
Thank you.
God, no, I just remember playing free for all with you, Igor, and you got a Blackbird, and I used a counter spy plane, and I just got this angry text message from you.
Just dropped the controller.
It was like, did you just counter my Blackbird, you fucking bitch? It was something like that.
Oh, come on, it wasn't serious. But yeah.
Oh, it was
I would have been
completely
serious. I'd be like, fuck you, dude.
I know it was serious. I know how mad you get.
We discussed this on your live stream that you play like an ass.
No, I don't play like an ass. I just kill you sometimes, and it makes you mad.
No, Ghost, Ninja Pro, counter spy plane. Come on.
No, whatever. I don't camp.
I feel, for some reason, I just feel Kelly and TryHardNinja could run their own podcast by themselves and talk for like an hour and a half.
I'd listen to that.
It would be like an hour and a half of him calling me an asshole.
Oh my!
You're an asshole.
I love it.
All right. I think Nick may or may not have a question right now.
Hey Chuck, I was actually I was going to ask you this earlier. With the Xbox controllers, I mean, I don't know about the PS3 controllers because I've never done much work with them. But I mean, I've been working with Xbox controllers for almost a year and a half now. It's looking at the actual circuit boards themselves. I mean, it could almost be. I don't understand why you couldn't find a company that would more or less make a circuit board that would actually allow the button remapping more or less right on the controller the way you want it, where you could basically say, hey, you know what? I need a left bumper to be really Y, and I need X to really be right trigger and things of that nature. I mean, with the technology that's out there today, I mean, even looking at it at the circuit board itself, I mean, it's almost like the same thing with the rapid fire modules that you put in controllers nowadays that override how fast the button clicks in and how fast reload times are and things of that nature. Have you ever thought about trying to go that route rather than just saying, I'm cool with the actual size, fit, feel, the usage of the actual factory controller. I just need it to be moved around. I mean, I definitely look at it and think that it should be somewhat easily done.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, of course, soldering a control or changing it out so that you can remap it. The thing with the Xbox controller is it's really hard for me to hold. It's just, I'm like, the PlayStation controller fits really nicely in my hand, and I can semi-grip it, even though I can't really grip. I'm just saying, the way my hand naturally rests, I can hold it. Some people are like, you can grip? I'm like, no, I can't. But the Xbox controller, it just slides out of my hand because of those bigger, the sticks that you hold on to with you in your palm of your hands. They don't fit in my hand right. And I mean, I'm willing to experiment with things, of course, and try new things out because that's what I'm all about. But for the most part, the PS3 controller just fits perfectly, and I can pick up a controller, playing controller, jump into a game, play, put it down, and I can do it. Where I'd love to try custom controllers, but the price is sort of the issue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like going with a full custom controller where you're actually doing molded injections for the casings and things of that nature, and moving sticks, and changing the actual design of it. That's the spendy part of it right there. But my question, I mean, that's why I was thinking, well, if we could just move the actual buttons around on the actual circuit board. And I don't know, I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I mean, I've seen all your videos from back in the day and stuff of how you play and whatever else, and just trying to think of an easier. Yeah.
Have you ever looked at a PS3 controller? Have you ever opened one up?
Yeah, I got 5 of them sitting right next to me.
Is it possible to remap those as easy as a Xbox one?
It should be the same. I mean, the only problem with the PS3 controllers is I hate the R1 and L1 and R2 and L2 because of the way they actually work. The springs that are inside of them, they're completely separate little modules. But I mean, the same with the Xbox controller would be the same as the PS. I just normally don't do a lot of PS3 controllers just because the market's not there for people wanting PS3 controllers. I'm not saying PS3 is bad, guys. Don't troll me and say PS3 fanboy for life, because I get that all the time. But the aftermarket custom controllers and things of that nature, the Xbox dominates it 500 to 1. But I mean, I definitely should be the same technology as moving around buttons on the PS3 circuit board as it would be on the Xbox circuit board.
The best thing I want to play on Xbox, of course, because that's where everybody seems to play in our community, and I'd love to pound some noobs, or pound, people who are on Xbox like Woody. but the point being that the analog sticks on the Xbox controller are too far apart. If somebody can put an Xbox controller into a PS3 controller, I know right now I could pick one up and play it and be totally good, but that's another thing why playing on a PS3 is because the analog sticks are closer, so when I'm running with my chin, I can still steer right, semi-left a little bit, but so that's another whole aspect.
Speaking of the analog sticks, what if the analog sticks were adjustable to where you could move them taller or make them wider at all, but left them in the same location?
Cool. Well, you and I should talk after this podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling Nick is going to solve Chuck's problem after this podcast.
I'd love to talk to you more about it. Definitely everybody else would be like, well, I don't really want to know that much about custom control. It's cool, people. But yeah, I would love to talk to you more about custom controllers because if you have some ideas, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I'm totally down for that conversation too, because I feel like this is one of those things that even though we kind of don't really notice it because we have full use of our hands,
able bodies,
huge. Exactly, it would be huge for us, regardless of how able your fingers are and hands are and all the rest of it. It would be huge for you, whether it's to the extreme of not being able to. I don't know. I think that's a really interesting conversation. Anyway, I feel like it's about time to jump over to One Up Me. Are you guys ready with some stories?
I've been thinking about this since you guys asked me to be on here.
Okay, so guests don't need to. Igor and TryHard, I kind of feel like the three of us at least need to step up our game a bit because, well, be honest, Larry fucking rocked this segment of our show, and we need to step it up a little bit here. But Chuck, Kelly, and Nick, if you guys want to, you're welcome to. If not, it's cool.
Kpopp wins.
No, I just automatically win.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like
Kpopp wins. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, Verbal, I talked with you the other day, but I would not, I'd never talk about that again on a live thing.
Which
what which we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, we don't need to bring that up.
Share. We need to share in this podcast.
I'll share a little bit. I can start. Igor and TryHard, are you guys good? Do you have stories?
I'll judge.
Let me think of something. Does anybody else have a story?
I'm ready to go.
All right, Verbal. Chuck is the judge. Nick, Igor, and Kelly. Anybody?
What?
I'm not telling a story.
All right.
Oh my
Igor,
god,
you
I
got
might
it.
actually win this.
I'll tell a
Okay,
story.
good.
Dude, I came just because you were, well, I came actually, but
Whoa.
Oh,
sorry.
TMI, Chuck, TMI.
I gotta call my nurse now. Clean me up, I'm a mess. Sorry, well, Kpopp,
was
story?
It wasn't Kelly. It was the custom controller.
Yeah, exactly. It was Nick.
Yeah.
I came to Nick. I'm sorry, Nick. I love you, by the way.
All right,
Alright.
I'll start it off, and Kelly can figure out if she's got it. Oh, I'm talking over Kelly. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I'll think of a story.
I figured you would.
Bonus.
All right, I'll start it off because let's be honest, we know I'm not going to win. But Chuck, shut up, you. So my story revolves around a really good buddy of mine who came to a party I was throwing in Sweden, and it was like he calls this his perfect day when he talks about the story afterwards. And 3 distinct things happened in his day. So the first one wasn't so particularly perfect, but it put him in the perfect mood for what was going to come next. So he's leaving his house and he's on the way to my cabin in the middle of nowhere in Sweden, and it's the middle of winter, it's snowy, it's icy outside, and some asshole was drunk. Like, think middle of Sweden, there's no cops, there's no, like, drinking and driving is just social norm. So this guy was like in oncoming traffic heading right for him, so he skids and he ends up in a snowbank and he crashes and he nearly kills himself and a couple of other guys in the car with him, and he's like piped up and humped up, and it's crazy, and he's like, I can't believe we nearly just died, but at least we're alive. It takes him like an hour to get out of the ditch. He parks the car around the corner from my house when he finally gets there, and he walks up, and obviously I didn't know this part of the story when I watched him and a few of my friends walk up my drive, and I'm standing outside, and the party had taken those turn for the surreal where 2 friends that kind of didn't get on with each other were having that moment of, fuck you guys, like, fuck you, fucked my ex-girlfriend, and I forget exactly what the argument was about, but they were having an argument outside, and one of them was going against the other one, and one of them was going against the other one, and pushes became shoves, and shoves became a little bit more pushes, and my buddy's walking up the street at this point in time, and one of the guys, in the middle of this little argument, he also considered to be nemesis worthy and had not been friendly with this guy, mainly because he'd been hitting on my buddy's girlfriend. So we walked up in the middle of this sort of tete-a-tete type thing going on, and he says the last thing he remembers seeing is that one of his buddies had been pushed by this guy who was his nemesis, and he walks up to this guy, and he literally, I remember watching this, he walked up my driveway, and it's like a sloping driveway, and he walks up, sees his nemesis push this guy, and just clobbers him straight in the face, absolute knocks the guy out. He lands up in a snowbank in the corner and walks into my party without saying a word, like literally just comes up, whack, and kills the guy, or not kills the guy, but knocks him down, and then carries on in. And that was obviously number 2 of his perfect day. And then number 3 is kind of comprised of 2 different aspects. He was sitting in my hot tub about 3 hours later, and he's sitting down in the hot tub, and he's got his girlfriend on his left knee, and this chick that he kind of wanted to be with sitting next to him, to his right, and his girlfriend is sitting there leaning out of the hot tub to her left, so facing away from him, and talking to another guy. And he was kind of like, I kind of get this feeling my girlfriend's cheating on me, but I kind of don't care as well because I want to be fucking this chick. And he says he was like sort of, arms out on the side of the hot tub, and the girl to his right put her hand on his leg, his upper right thigh, and then just kind of let her leg keep traveling upwards, basically. So he's getting jerked off in the hot tub with his girlfriend sitting on his left thigh.
Wow.
His girlfriend didn't notice that was happening, but noticed that the 2 of them were kind of paying a little bit of attention to each other. She gets out of the hot tub. He gets out and follows her after a few moments. They literally break up there, like in the thing, fuck you, you've been fucking him, fuck you, you like her, blah, 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 whatever. She leaves, and the other girl, the one that was jerking him off in the hot tub, gets out, goes over to my kitchen, and grabs a beer. Now, he's sitting there going, wow, I just got rid of the girlfriend that I kind of didn't like. And she looks at him and she goes, do you want a beer? And he says, no. She's like, well, you're wet. Do you want a towel? And he says, no. And she's like, well, do you want to go upstairs and have sex? And he gets up off the couch and goes upstairs and fucks her.
Wow.
I was like, that was a pretty damn good end to that day.
Oh, wait, well, I'm sorry. I was.
Fuck you. Screw you.
I love you.
Go on, Igor.
Okay,
Kick
next
my
one.
ass.
All right.
Who's
Well,
next?
mine's actually really short. Mine's about my 21st birthday, because I know we're running low on time, and basically my friends, because my friends are all older than me, because I've known them for forever, and their only objective for my 21st birthday was to make me vomit, and we went to this bar that we always go to, and not only were they buying me shots, it just so happened that all of our friends also they hang out at that bar frequently anyway. And about every 5 to 10 minutes, someone else kept walking in. It's like, hey, Igor's birthday, okay, shot. Hey, Igor's birthday, okay, shot. I drank everything I possibly, Wild Turkey, Jaeger bombs, Irish car bombs, Patron, shots of Patron. I can't. That alone will make me vomit. Long story short, I walked into the bathroom about an hour into the night to vomit, and I couldn't. As soon as I walked into the bathroom, the first thing that I saw was a urinal. So I actually threw up in a urinal.
That's gross.
Yeah.
You threw up in a urinal.
Yeah. So
Nice.
anytime someone has a nasty vomit story, just remember TryHardNinja threw up in a urinal.
By the way, this story is Larry approved. Just shout out to Larry.
Yeah, we love you, Larry. You're gonna listen
We
to
love
this
you, Larry.
later.
We miss you, buddy.
We love you and you miss you. So, all right, Kelly, you want to go?
Oh yeah, this is more like a it's a story, but it kind of has a moral for gentlemen.
right.
Just because. So whatever, I was seeing this guy, and whatever, we were getting ready to just have sex, and this was kind of guy like very concentrated on the woman. So whatever.
Wait.
Sex
Concentrated
try
on-
hard. Sex try hard.
So yeah, whatever. Like he's just concentrating on me. So I come a few times, and then whatever. We finally actually start having sex, and I'm like trying to figure out like the time. It's been like 15 or so minutes, and whatever we're doing it. This guy's like crazy. Like he was a great lay, whatever. He's flipping me in all kinds of directions, positions, whatever. And
K-pop. She wins. K-pop wins, by the way. Sorry.
whatever.
Thanks,
I
Jeff.
come about 2 more times, and it's been like 30 minutes now, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't think I'm like overstimulated at this point. Like, it's just not enjoyable anymore. And I'm like, so, how much longer are you gonna last? He's like, oh, I can go forever. And I was just like, I have places to be. Look, just fucking finish.
Oh, okay.
Like, I got pissed. I was like, look, I don't have all day for you. Okay, I'm done. Can
Okay,
you
I need
just
to know.
finish?
I need to know something. So you're saying there's a limit to how long we should go if we're? This is news to me. This is epic.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
is that
feel
the
like
first
this is
time
all.
I've heard that?
20 minutes is the max?
No, like, okay, it was 30 minutes was good enough. After that, I was like, okay, well, I had to, I had places to be. I was
So that's awesome. Guys, 30-minute limit on going down
Kelly,
the ground.
no,
Kelly's
but
schedule
like,
relays.
no, but like,
Just like I have a
on.
30-minute slot for you tomorrow.
I got to go to work now, so if we could wrap this up, please.
no, it was just annoying. I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, all right, well, I already got mine. I like got more than enough of my, pleasure, whatever. Can you please just come? Like, God.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick, just for like all of our guy listeners who might sometime get a girlfriend, maybe. What is the orgasm limit where it might just give us a round figure? Of course, it's not like 6, 10. What would be this limit that we would want to stop at?
No,
Love
like
Love
it doesn't matter. But if it all happens like in 30 minutes, if I come like 5 times in 30 minutes, that's too much.
That's too much.
It's
Okay, that's
just
good to
too
know.
much.
Guys, so
And after that,
multiple-
I can't like handle it anymore. And I'm just like, no, no, I need to leave, and you need to finish. Like I was about to be like, okay, if you can't finish, I'm leaving. I don't care about you.
Okay, so let me ask another follow-up question, just because I'm judging. Since I'm the judge, I want to follow this up. Are you speaking for all women or just yourself that 5, 6 is your limit?
I've
So,
talked to a lot of my friends. Like my one friend, she says, okay, 15 minutes tops. Like I don't have all day.
That's like
and it's not that they don't
orgasms.
like to get off or anything like that. It's not that they don't like sex. It's some of my friends who like love sex, but they don't have all day to spend on it.
I think we have to take into consideration the fact that Kelly can orgasm while running. So maybe this whole like figure is not really relative to everybody else. I don't know.
Okay, good call. I respect that, Seb. Good call.
Yeah, I totally agree.
She's not your normal girl, but
I kind of felt like a guy though, because like he had concentrated so much. I mean, usually it's like the girl who has to do everything, and it was nice. But then I was just like, all right, you need to I need to leave. You're taking up too much of my time.
So I'm really curious right now. So how did it end?
What do you mean? How did it end?
Well, did he end up finishing?
Yeah.
did he
Oh,
go?
okay.
You finish now or whatever? I need
He
to go.
delivered. I have to go.
I can
He
just,
delivered.
It's just hilarious. Like the girl just laying there. She's like looking at her watch, being like, "All right, you got 2 minutes."
Oh
or
my
else I'm
god, no!
leaving."
I couldn't find a clock anywhere. Like I was looking all over. Like he should have seen that I was totally like in another world. I mean, because I was looking all over. I was like, "Fuck, what time is it?" Like,
Dude, homeboy's got stamina. This is
totally
ridiculous.
like disinterested in like, the
Stamina
whole
and control. Like, talk about that. Like, a girl turns to you in the middle of fucking, and she's like, "All right," you're like, "Come on, get with it," and you're like, "All right," and then finishes right away. Like, holy shit, that's porn star style.
And it was great sex, but at the same time, it was just
I just want to point out, ladies, she was sleeping with me, by the way, just so if you want to give me a call.
yeah. I forgot to tell that part of the story.
Is that the reason you guys broke up?
Yes, it is.
No, we weren't together. We weren't together.
Oh.
I totally
It was
understand
just
Kelly's
a friend.
point.
It was just a friend, so I also don't really care about his feelings. That's why I was like, okay, can you just be done with it?
So you never saw him ever again? Actually, is that what it is?
No, we're still friends.
Oh, okay. See, I totally understand her point because one of my buddies actually told me a similar story, which actually is going to be my my story for this week because I had nothing, and then just your one story, Kelly, made me think of this. And of course, nobody else is gonna win except for you, so I can just say whatever the fuck it is I want to say because, Kelly fucking stormed in with her sex story. But anyways, my buddy was on speed this one time at this one club, and he came back home and he woke up his girlfriend who was sleeping and just decided to have sex with her, and she was down with it, but since he was on speed, like he was not able to come, but he was like he was so high from everything that he like did not want to stop ever, so he like continuously made love to her for probably not made love, but probably a whole lot rougher than yeah, exactly. For about 30 minutes to the point where like he was just going nonstop. Like he told me like he would have never finished. Like to the point where his girlfriend looked at him straight and she was like, "Okay, we have to stop now. It hurts." And like they just ended up like finishing. So like they just had sex for no apparent reason. Like no fluids were exchanged whatsoever in that sexual relationship. And well, whatever. He just went to bed, I guess.
Well, like when I was with this guy, like it wasn't constant like vaginal intercourse. Like he would pull out and then try and go down on me again. And I was just like, okay, no,
dude,
no, enough's enough. Like I can't fucking like don't touch it. Don't touch it.
He was dipping and sipping. He was dipping and sipping.
Dipping and sipping. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys aren't doing that, you need to get on his level.
What's wrong with that?
Can we trend that on Twitter right now, please?
Double dipping.
Sipping.
And sipping.
Okay, you put the penis in one area and you put your mouth on the clit. It's completely different.
Okay.
For some reason, I feel like I need a course in this now. I feel like I've like lost all sexual experience.
Okay, I'm literally tweeting right now, and it's just hashtag dipping and sipping. That's it. That's my entire tweet right now.
We all have to retweet it now.
Oh yes,
there it
definitely.
Is. There's a retweet.
All right, so once again, Kelly steals the show. Nick, can you one up that? Or?
Please.
Yo, I'm judge here. Wait a second. Let's go.
All right, yeah, no, true.
Okay.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I definitely have some sex stories, but I don't think my wife would be very happy with me telling about my sex stories. But I do say I will agree with you, Kelly. My wife is exactly the same way as you. She's like okay, cool, I'm done. I got other things to do. So agree with you on that one. But going against Igor here on the throw up story. I went on.
Everyone has a throw up story all of a sudden.
No, I've
No,
had
I'm
this
just
throw up
kidding.
story for years. This
Yeah,
one.
okay.
This is the best one ever.
I want
Alright.
a throw up story.
No, you lose it, buddy. You went with the sex story. Nick is gonna win this. I'm voting Nick or Igor. One of the two.
Whoa! You haven't heard? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the judge here. Let's just step back, everybody.
Let's go. Go ahead, Nick.
Go for it.
It's on
All
you.
right, so I went on about a 3-day Crown Royal drinking binge, and I'm talking. I'd get to work, and I'm talking at work here. Get to work, go across the street to the liquor store because work in the ghetto, and we have liquor stores everywhere.
I like
Go to
this
the liquor
song.
store, get some Crown Royal. I get a case of Red Bull. And I go across the other street to the little Mexican food restaurant, and I was like, "What's up? I need a big styrofoam cup." I start pouring in Crown Royal and Red Bull, doing some ice. I drink. I don't even know how much Crown and Red Bull in the morning. So then I'm going throughout my day. We go out that night, party all night long. Wake up the next morning, and then it was kind of like the springtime, about time it is right now. And where I live, I mean, there's bars everywhere. So we don't have to drive, so we just hop on our bikes, which that's another funny story. Hop on our bikes, hit up to the bar, start drinking again. We drink all weekend long. I'm talking like, oh my God, I'm so wasted. So Monday morning comes around, I'm like, I gotta go back to work. Oh my God, this is horrible. So horrible. I get to work and I'm like, oh man, I need a beer to get through the day. So I open a beer, slam it down. I was like, all right, here we go. Now I gotta go pick up some parts, and they're like probably a good 30-minute drive away. So I drive, pick the parts up, and on the way back, I'm on the freeway, and I'm on like the ramp that's taking me from one freeway to another freeway. So there's nowhere to park. There's no shoulders. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to throw up right now. So I'm rolling the windows down, and I'm trying to like breathe, and I'm doing the heavy like, okay, hold it in. My mouth's all like salivating, and I got spit coming everywhere. I'm trying to swallow it. I'm like, this is so bad right now. This is so bad right now. And I'm like trying to speed around this corner. Nah, didn't make it, dude. Boom! Everywhere in my truck, in my air vents, on my steering wheel, on my dash, just all over me. And this is at like 11:30 in the morning, and I work till 6 o'clock at night. Okay, this is
the best part.
6 o'clock at night. So then I roll back up to my shop, and I'm like, "Fuck! There's throw up everywhere, and I have to work for another 6 hours right now." So I pull around the back, and I get out, and like I run inside, and I take my shirt off, my work shirt on. And I gotta go sit outside for like an hour, cleaning all this throw up out of my truck, just so I can get back in my truck in 5-6 hours and go home. And I'm covered in it, and people are like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" So I threw up in my truck and drove for like another 20 minutes, covered in throw up.
How long did your truck smell like throw up after that?
Dude, for days. And
Did you have to get it professionally cleaned or anything, or?
No, I just cleaned it up with Windex paper towels. And
Oh, okay.
Like a boss.
I can just see how ineffective your cleanup was.
dude, it was so bad. I was like, I'm gonna kill myself right now.
Dude, did you use salivatating? Like, was that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nick, do you have a drinking problem?
No, I do not. The only problem I don't have is there's not enough booze in the world.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast down my judgment on these. I'm going with the vomit stories, and because Kpopp, we've heard it 100 times, but I love you. I'm not saying that that's bad, but
I fucking said it was you.
No,
You bitch.
I know. Sorry. Lover spat. Okay. Anyway, but the point being that like you weren't happy that I was going at you for a half hour. I was a little worked up by that, but I'm gonna give it to Nick.
Nick.
In the memory and the thought of Larry Legend, he would approve of that story. It would have been something actually. Nick's story would have been something similar to what Larry would have told. So,
Yeah.
Extra points for suffering.
yes. And
Oh yeah.
Hey, I suffered too.
what?
Shut up.
That's a good
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree with you right here. Shut up.
That poor guy. I mean, seriously, he was going at you for a half hour, and you're like, I'm done. It's like,
I can't believe someone beat Kelly.
At least I let him finish. I could have just
You're-
left.
You're
He was
acting
like,
like
okay, I'm
you did
done,
him
bye.
a favor.
so guys, just learn from now on, 20-minute limit. Watch your clocks.
No,
then
and he
radio.
liked that. That's like how he liked to get things done. So I think he was happy about it.
I'm done. Now you go. Okay, that's cool.
All
Nick,
right.
good job. And TryHard, nice try.
Yeah,
like
I mean-
stories. Next time you should limit the stories to certain genres, because sex usually trumps.
Oh yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah, cause fucking whenever
Or you
we
could
have
combine them like puke sex. I've never had that happen, but I bet someone has.
All right, Kelly. This is your job. You got to get a puke sex story before you come back on the podcast.
I can give you one right now.
That's just one. Yeah, that's just one more reason to have Nick back on when Kelly gets her puke story.
And Nick, you won. Don't go to losing all in the same podcast.
Nick goes from winning to losing with a puke sex story. No. All right. I think we're done right now, Verbal. I think.
Yeah, I kind of feel that was a good podcast. We can't end this though without mentioning three things. I figure. So first of all, Nick, Igor. Actually, Igor first. Thanks for jumping in for Larry, dude. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You rock, buddy. Well, now you're one of us, man. Now you're having the rest of them. So Chuck, Kelly, and Nick, we really appreciate you guys popping on as our guests. So thanks to you guys.
Check out AskACapper.com. Check out AskACapper.com.
And in fact, the FNG podcast is now on YouTube, guys. So it's just FNG podcast. That's the name of the channel. So I'll put a link to everyone's channels in there on the video that goes up. It'll basically just be an audio file. But mainly I just want to mention two things. So number one, TryHard, Mr. I TryHard, is the only person that has been in every single FNG podcast now.
Bravo.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Right, bravo.
Good job, buddy.
This is me clapping for you.
What a loser.
Him and his look of the devil.
Kelly, had I known it was you, I would have been much nicer.
You weren't even looking at me though. Like I smiled, but you were like you had this just face of rage, just looking off in the distance.
Were you the chick who was like 4'2"? Like, are you really, really short?
No.
All right.
Dude,
I probably wasn't.
Can I say one thing, dude? I got back up to my apartment at 4:00 in the morning on Friday, and they were still partying, and the guy who was above them just got home past me in the hallway, and he must have been pissed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got security come over on Saturday, like at 10 at night, just to warn us to keep it low. But I was like, seriously, like you're coming to tell us to keep it low at 10:30 at 10, like the day before we were fucking 25 in like a one-man suite, fucking like we were screaming at the top of our lungs, like fucking.
Dude, when I got home at 4:00 in the morning, that guy just was finally rolling into his place. So you guys snaked the bullet on that night, and then Saturday you kind of ate it, but good times.
Oh my God! Sunday morning, you guys were texting me like crazy,
I wasn't
trying to get me to
texting
like go to breakfast and play basketball, and like I was just no, I'm dead right now.
Do a commentary just reading back those text messages.
See, I was pissed at Kelly. Because I was like, because she had contacted me. She was like, I may need to be like sleeping in your suite, like maybe like grab a spot or something. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool, no problem.
That
Just
was
get back
a
to me.
long time ago though, and then I told you I got my own room.
No, you never told me that. And so
dude. Oh my God.
Another lower spat here.
Yeah, no, check your Skype, girl, because it wasn't there. But anyways, I still love you, Kelly. But she like fucking. I turn around, TryHardNinja's there, hug him because he's a cool dude, and like we end up talking for about like 2 hours until he has to leave, and I'm like, so where's Kelly? He's like, I don't know, and
it's true, I didn't know at that point.
Yeah, exactly, and
everyone was so furious with me.
She was gone like the wind.
Okay, so was Larry, so was Tyler.
Yeah, but at least I had their phone numbers, and like I
why
knew
didn't you
they would
text us?
Well, because I was like, she doesn't want to be here. That's fine. I'll just fucking hang with the other dudes. And I mean, it's not like I was having.
Wait. To be fair, I actually called you guys. I called you and Larry, saying, "Yo, what's up? Where are you guys?"
Oh yeah, exactly. Whatever.
I missed you guys.
Let's just
drunk some of the night.
Let's just blame it on miscommunication. How about that?
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you for tuning in to FNG Podcast.
I was like, I can't go back there. That man will kill me.
Yep, you guys have been rocking. This has been a fantastic podcast, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Larry, we miss you tons. And Igor has been a fantastic host. And Chuck, Nick, and Kelly, thanks for popping by, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Stream, thanks a lot. And we'll hang it up here. And we'll see you guys next week on FNG. Take it easy, guys.
Game on, gamers.
Bye.